Well, for me, I can only speak for myself. I cannot speak for anybody else's friendships. Um, the reason why I reached out and said something is because, first of all, I needed time. I needed time to let things simmer down and get to a point where I could actually have a conversation where I wasn't screaming and yelling and, you know, being out of character. So I took that time, and when I felt like I was ready, I took ownership of my part of what went wrong in the relationship.
That's good.
Yes, I was upset about things that were said, but at the same time, I could have handled it differently. I didn't do that. So I thought about the situation and I decided, you know what? I had some fault in this too, because friendship is a two-way street. The
Right.
person that I was upset with had no idea what I was upset about.
Right.
So how is supposed to be able to fix things if nobody's talking?
Right.
Maybe the conversation should have happened sooner, but it's better late than ever.
True.
So I think instead of everybody just holding on to things and just harboring ill feelings, we should just talk about it. You have a problem with me? Tell me. We don't have to be friends. We don't have to remain friends and be lovey-dovey. Say what you have to say. I'll say what I have to say. And if we want to go our separate ways, we can do that. I'm okay with that.
But
But what I'm not okay with is people smiling in my face, giving me hugs and kisses, and the moment I walk away, you on my back.
yeah, but you know one
Right.
thing it
That's
is.
bull.
One
At
thing.
this age, we're too old for that. These are like mothers, you know, like I don't have kids yet, but eventually I plan to do that, and I want to be a good example for my children.
Right.
I want to be a decent person. I've made mistakes in the past, and I'm sure I will continue to make some in the future. But I'm willing to try and fix things. That's how you hold on to friendships. It doesn't matter what was said, what was done. You gotta talk. You have to discuss it. And then you decide, okay, now that we've had a conversation, is it worth saving the friendship? Is it worth putting work in it and move forward?
But one thing also, this is the problem with us. We friend with somebody, and we have a problem with the person, and we be like, okay, if I come up and tell the person how I feel or something, if that person is going to be still be my friend. So we afraid of losing that friendship. So, but sometimes, we have to understand. You have to let the people know, let the person know how you feel, and let the person judge. You know what I'm saying? If it's, the person really, like, what I'm saying, was really like, your friend, your true friend, I think, what I'm saying, by you coming forward and say it, and the person will see, like, okay, Muna, what I'm saying, if the person, have the, like, courage to say, how the person feel, I think, what I'm saying, the person is, like, really a true friend. So that's
Right.
like, what I'm saying, that's one of the problems that we have, with us. We afraid of losing things. We always afraid of losing things. You know what I'm saying? Like they always say, the truth hurt,
Hurts.
but you know what I'm saying, sometimes, what I'm saying, is the best. Like, by holding on too long, kind of like, what I'm saying,
Cause
will mess it up things worse.
Well,
Right.
I mean, in our situation, I mean, to be honest with you, I think the same way that she didn't come forward, I didn't come forward. I think it was a really good idea because it kind of really gave us a chance to kind of like, think about it, probably matured a little bit, and kind of like sit back and really watch how things develop. I don't know. I mean, it's kudos to definitely her because she, she's the one who initiated it. But like the minute she did, I was open to it. But sometime again, when the temperature, the it's just high like that, and then the sensitivity is high like that, it's not best. And during that time, I mean, mind you, this is like 2 years ago. It was really, really, really high. There was just like so much going on. Like I don't know if I would have necessarily received it well. I don't know if I was because I remember if I could think about where I was that 2 years ago, like I was upset as well because I'm like, okay, we were good, So sometimes waiting for that right time is, a good idea. I think in this case, it sort of happened that she kind of felt like she was at a right place, and I felt like I was at a right place because me by then I didn't necessarily build any other relationship per se, but when it came, I was listening, and I was like, I went and made my notes. I'm like, wait, I had to think about like some of the ways that I connected with her and see how I would welcome her back. And then when I did my list and I thought about like, what really happened again? What again? And this is someone like I felt like that I had a connection with. I'm like, you know what? Like, I was ready. So I think 2 years ago, I don't know if I would have been ready because I was upset. I was upset too.
Yeah.
So I can't believe that, HMI, we're talking about it, and guess what? The host is on blast on GBATV.com. But it is what it is. This is the kind of the daily stuff that we deal with every day. You have issues in your, friendship, relationship, your connection, your association, your partnership, and things happen. And, we encourage that, people to talk about it. I appreciate, the call. I almost want to say your name, but let's keep that private.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I'm glad I was able to call in, and just put my little 2 cents in.
Yes. Yes,
so, keep up the good work. And like I said, friendships are definitely, some are more complicated than most.
Right.
But the good ones are worth working on.
Yes.
And it's just like any other relationship, like you have to talk about things and try to work them out. So that's what I'm trying to do in my life now with the friends that I do have in my life. And one more thing that I think is very important that we forget sometimes is that it's okay to be friends with different people.
That's important what you just said. It's so true.
You can have a group of people that you are friendly with everybody, but every friendship brings something different to the table. So not all friendships have to be identical.
Right.
So that was my biggest lesson that I've learned in the recent year.
Right.
So I hope that, you guys can learn something from that. And I'm definitely keeping my,
it's
keeping
true.
myself in the game,
it's
real friendship.
It's true. It's true. Like you can have, 7 friends. You don't necessarily have to connect the same with the 7 people that you're friends with,
That's right.
Right. I mean, I definitely took away that piece too. I took away that piece too. But I mean, again, so much is going on and the phone. I'm being cued all over. Thank you for calling. Thank you for reaching out. And I'm looking forward to this journey. That's it, girl. That's all I gotta say.
All right.
All right. All right. Have a good night.
All right.
Oh wow, this was very very interesting.
HMI, let's talk about it. Please call. The number is underneath, is on the bottom of the screen, 718-454-1940.
There's like so much going on here. Like,
I'm about to do some live shots up in here, so put these pictures directly on Instagram. So if you go to Apple Nights on Instagram, pictures by here.
Yeah. There's so much going on here between the show, between the overload site, between the that we didn't expect such amount of viewers to tune in, the site situation, and then there's like a photo shoot going on at the same time, and then the live call, personal live call. I mean, like this.
Hey, we have few friends that came through, and that just put me on blast from last night. Asked me for your number, and I say I didn't have your number stored in my phone, and it was like,
thank you for being a good friend, though, because what happened if I didn't want him to? But JB, JB, that's it. JB's my people. But JB, shame on you that you have to ask somebody else for that number. Like, I'm gonna put you on blast. Yes, JB's in the studio with us. He came to kind of like behind the scene. You asking somebody else for my number? What is? Is that what it is?
Yeah, because with me, this is.
But I respect that.
No,
though,
but
because my number is private.
Listen. This is me.
Yes.
You see one thing, when somebody give me a number, even like saying Muna Ilim too, Muna Tim, yo, do you have Margie or do you have Joe? Do you have first thing I'm gonna do? I'm going to send a text message, or I'm going to call Fafan, or I'm going to call, I'll be like, yo, so-and-so ask me for your number. Because, what I'm saying, but say, let's not say I go and get stalker, or yeah, then, what I'm saying, when I didn't want to give it to him, he was like, yo, it wasn't like I didn't want to give it to him. But, what I'm saying, I didn't store the number. He was like, don't worry about it. My Facebook,
Listen to me. My computer stays on. It's never off. But we all know Marjorie's not on face 24/7. Guess what? 10, 11 hours of Marjorie's time is at work.
Yes.
So that's not even the case. But he did hit me up on Facebook for real on my way to work, and I'm like, wait, I was wondering, like, what? So you didn't have my number, so we're not really friends. I'm talking to JB, who's in the studio right now.
Yeah, JB.
We're not really friends because you didn't have my number. But anywho, it's quite an interesting, show. This friendship and loyalty and connecting.
And one thing also I have to say, I think yesterday or Friday I had put a picture on Instagram, and I was saying that a lot of things also. This is one thing. Hello.
You multitasking.
So yeah, I'm doing
But I gotta tell you though, you got that computer over there. You have not read any comment. Like, how you not sharing the comment?
Yeah.
We're just
no, one thing it is like
Yeah.
saying like the opinion that the comment that the people's sending is like I'm like reading them and also I'm like answering them right.
Yeah, but the viewers they want to hear that you got that comment. He got the computer, but he's not sharing the comments. Like,
yeah. Yeah. So
gotta read the comments, man.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me let Marjorie do it.
Oh wow,
You want me
this seems like it's a long one.
Okay.
Oh.
So true
True
friends
friends.
should be able to talk to each other and listen to what each has to say. Some people always think that they are right in every situation, that they refuse to talk to understand what
the issue is.
what the issue is. So here's another comment. I mean, yeah, like it's a good touch point. It's true, but I mean, again, with every conversation, if you don't have that, that listening ear, if you don't prepare that listening ear, then we're nowhere. That's the key thing. And again, using my example, I was kind of prepped when she said she wanted to talk, and I was ready, and I made my notes, and I was ready to listen. I did a lot of listen, and I didn't necessarily go back, and I wasn't on a bickering mode really. I
Okay.
listened, and
Everything worked
it
well.
worked out. It
Yeah.
worked out. Yeah. You a little quiet
But
over
you
here.
know one
Oh,
thing.
Joseph Instagram.
They have a question for. Okay, where is this question? Oh, wait, but the man with the plan. I just realized you don't have a mic on. You're reading this comment. We don't have a mic on. We didn't hear. The viewers, the listeners didn't even hear what you're saying. Like really, because I have.
No, I didn't even see it.
Ricky makes is just multitasking.
But I didn't even see it. Let me just refresh the
screen.
screen.
So, or maybe it's just GBA that's just ask the question.
Mary.
Was that really a question? Yeah. Oh,
I didn't even.
so
So I have to refresh
for me.
it. So I have to refresh.
Okay, refresh for me. Allow me to read the comment. So Joe right here is right here on my, like very close. He will see the comment.
We put in Joe and Blast today.
No, wait, wait. We.
Sorry.
Listen. Basically, we had our differences. And,
They didn't hear the question, so you're gonna have
okay,
to kind of
yeah.
rephrase what you heard the man with the
So
plan.
I heard a question fired at me about what's my thoughts about the entourage. Well, basically the entourage.
No?
Not my thoughts.
No.
Okay,
Read the question.
read
for
the
us,
question again.
Man with the plan, please. He's refreshing. He
What
hasn't gotten.
Refresh it.
There's nothing for me to say about entourage. Basically we were a part of a team. We had our
business.
differences, and we went our separate ways.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. That happened. Just like, marriages. Just like, what's the most recent one of the artists that were together that no longer together?
Yeah.
Yeah, like R&B, hip hop. I mean, things happen.
Yeah.
The title says friendship. So that's
There's no friendship there.
It
Oh, well,
was more
that's
like
it.
business.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
a lot of business
okay.
partners.
So
So
That's how it
you
was.
you cannot put this thing
Okay,
together.
okay.
It's like you're
Alright.
saying you cannot put business in the same sentence as and friends.
Right.
So when we were doing those things, it was like business.
Okay.
We have plan, we have an idea.
Right.
We put money, blah blah blah, and then things solve. Yes, maybe if things were okay, maybe we could have been friendship, but things didn't go out well. Okay. I don't know. That's Joe. Like Joe said, everybody has their
everybody's
differences.
cordial though,
Yeah,
right?
you say hi, say hi.
There's
Bye.
just like
Yeah.
sometimes when you're like you're working with a team, you're putting in your heart out as far as like trying to build something, and it's like, people are not on the same page with you.
Right.
And there's sometimes like when people let greed take over,
Right.
it just pretty much like severs things. I mean, the most important thing is that if you have some people that's behind you 100%, you got to value that. So that wasn't valued.
Right.
So basically, after a while, we just felt like we can't work together.
Right.
So we're doing our thing. We're doing our thing that we originally started doing.
Right.
And we just let them do their thing.
Okay.
But one thing also, like a lot of people don't understand, like they have friendship and business friends.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
And stuff like that. So somebody that you meet on a club and stuff like that, and
that's exactly.
It's not really like
it's not like we were friends.
Like basically, like with me, if somebody don't know my first name, we're not friends.
Bako nono.
Jimmy always say that.
Hold on a second. Bako nono men. Bako nono. Sambal fela. By the way, ukon nom tu, ukon will nom mwen. Mek ni tu.
Listen, Papa, you understand. It's like saying this is how it is. And stuff like that.
I'm pretty sure you could understand or like figure out what Fafan really is, a real name.
That's one thing that saying people people like sometimes like misunderstood that friendship is like is somebody that saying you go to their house, they come to your house,
not manger,
you share everything and stuff like that but and some of saying some of us like we don't know the difference between friendship and associate. And stuff like that.
And sometimes too, like friendship may not even be that that $300 that you need that person come through. Like recently, I'll never forget something that happened to me where I was going through like a tough time, and usually whenever I'm going through my situation, I like a lot of time to myself. Because that's just how I am. And like I wasn't really like, I didn't want to talk on the phone. I didn't really want to party. I didn't want to do anything, And this friend, shout out to my boy AG. I'm sorry, I got to put it out there. Like this dude, like he was calling my phone. He was texting me. I wasn't replying. It was like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. This dude came knocking on my door like I owe bill or something. Like knocking on. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. He came to me. He was like, look, I understand you have a situation. I'm not here to solve your situation. I can't solve your situation, but I'm here for you. Like, how could you say no to that? You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, how could you say no? It's a simple thing. Exactly. Simple thing is, he was like, Marge. Right. It's like, I was like, I just don't, I'm just not in the mood. I'm not really in that vibe because everybody knows me to be bubbly Marjorie. And here I am. I'm not bubbly Marjorie. So I kind of wanted to stay away. He said, don't worry. I'm not here to solve your situation. I'm not going to convince you to solve, and it made me feel, that little thing made me feel, good. And a lot of times, again, some friendship think that you're looking like when you need to borrow $1,000 that's not what you're necessarily looking for. But you want the person that when I give you that pushback and I don't want to be friends, like I don't want to party, I don't want to go to dinner, I don't want to do a spa, you understand that I want time out and respect that. And you buy that bottle of Grand Marnier and come to my house. This was GBA. Can I buy you a bottle of Grand Marnier? Like, I'm going to bring you, I'm like, I don't want to drink. I'm going to bring you a bottle of Grand Marnier. Because everybody, I like Grand Marnier. Like, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just find a way to penetrate. You know what I'm saying? Those are the little things that, make friendship. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Exactly. Like little things like that. Like these are So friendship is not necessarily because I'm able to lend you $1,000 or I'm able to you whatever. It's a small thing, and I think people look. JV is in the studio, and he is just like, I think he thinks he's part of the show or something. He's having a conversation with us while we're on the panel. Like, who does that? You know? HMI, we are talking about it. Friendship, loyalty. What is your definition of friendship? Do you now practice frenemies? Do you now don't care? Do you call them associates? What do you call them? Who are your friends? What are the characteristics? What are the traits? I want to hear it. That bottom number, 718-454-1940.
You gotta check. Listen, if you want to see some live shots that we just shot like a little while ago, go to Instagram and follow Apple Nights.
Oh, so you're working while you're on this panel right there. Yes. It's where. Well, we're gonna take a short break, and then when we come back, we're definitely gonna come back with what's coming, what we did, some of the things that's going on. Oh my God, they're showing me the shots right now. It's crazy.
Shots, baby. I think we're the only ones doing this.
Yeah. Joe, I'm like, I'll be like,
Joe is hyping things up. Let me tell you.
If you think about it, I don't see no other services doing this right now.
HMI, let's talk about it, right?
HMI, Urban Eye,
Let's talk about it.
Joe,
because it's not all of it.
Let me tell you something. All right. You see, if Joe go to a party and he's taking shot at a party like around 12 o'clock, even you didn't want to didn't want to go out, by Joe doing the live shot, you'd be like, damn. But my mate got my soup.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that. So I like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. Joe came out with something different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, I have friends, I have a lot of photographer friends, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, I'm not, no favoritism.
No?
Sagala, Apple 9, we photo and Odo, those are the people that, you know what I'm saying, we started with, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And, support our culture, book Apple 9, book Sagala, like me.
We were going to take a break and come back to all of that. You just jump into it.
It's only 5 minutes. So we can take a break. By the time we take a break, it's like, the show.
But guess what, though? We're going to allow the viewers an extra few minutes. I know. I see it. I was going to have to go in. Because of the sound situation, we can allow them a few 15 minutes. We're gonna take a short break. We'll be right back. And it's crazy behind the scenes. There's no straight face. I am hot.
I got some hair rock in my system. I'm feeling good.
Oh my goodness.
Listen.
Allô?
Allô, Bagnet, ça va?
Ouais, Pépé, et toi-même?
Ouais, Lélo, je t'appelais pour te remercier, petit collègue là, franchement, aidez-moi.
Ah bon? Mais c'est cool.
Ouais. Justement, au Bagnet là.
Ouais, mais c'est là, on va bouger là, dans un petit moment là.
Ah ouais, donc on va bouger. Ok, je vais pas te déranger plus longtemps.
Ok, y'a pas de soucis, on va plus tard.
Ouais.
Il faut noter plus qui descend mi passe. On y love moi bas, on y tendresse bas, mais ouais bon amis. Peut pas parler, peut pas faire trop just bow. Gal on y toute vie en moi pendant l'élève on nous oublier tout monde en qui mener au flex.
Plus qui descend mi passe. On y love moi bas, on y tendresse bas.
Mener au flex.
Mais comme elle est en mi, on peut pas parler, peut pas faire ton geste bow. Mais c'est ses amis à moi, il dit moi, on veut qu'elle me présente un palnet. Mais il fait mal là, te présenter mieux là, alors c'est un tini à paquet. Pas santé qu'avec on s'ennuie, il te cave moi presque qu'on sait. Chaque fois on voit, il toujours qu'à fond rire, il qu'a tête moi presque qu'on flait. Puis les jours qu'à passer, moi sans qu'à voir, et puis qu'à manquer moi. Donner top complicité tout l'été, top souvenir, top bon moment qui m'a moi. Ou t'es critiqué en mes sentiments bail. En cas où j'ai en bas compliment aïe. Envie qu'on continue aïe. Et sous sa cœur qu'avant ouais. Même dans événement ouais. C'est vous qui en la qu'à changer. Sentiment en me bas comment c'est changé. Passe ou t'es toujours là-bas ouais. Toujours là pour essuyer l'armement ouais. Donc aller là-bas on est bon respect. Mais envie de tomber malade ouais ça fait exprès. Mais faut rester fidèle. Continue faire comme ça comme une vie qui est belle. Mais faut rester fidèle, continue faire comme ça comme une meilleure vie qui
nous t'es plus qui des amis. Passe, on est love moi bas, on est tendresse bas, mais ouais, on s'amie. Peut pas parler, peut pas faire trop just bow, y'all honey. Toute vie on me prend dans l'élève, on nous oublier tout le monde, ok, menez au flex.
Plus qui des amis, passe, on est love moi bas, on est tendresse bas. Mais quand on est en tomie, on peut pas parler, peut pas faire ton geste.
Dis-moi la rapin, c'est qu'elle a rapin, c'est dans la rapace. Ouais, elle fait pas que n'a la y place, c'est y'a moi rapin, c'est quoi. Aïe, les autres t'es qu'elle fait, c'est pour nous penser, pour nous fly. Mais les autres c'est en collègue, donc vous mieux qu'un fly. Pas gagner sans mi femme, un pito bouki qu'a servi flamme. Donc on présente, on pas n'a pas fun, et on veut pas que net à oui, ni ça qu'a fun, allez en cafon. On veut dévorer, on va lancer en fort, pas qu'à voir qu'à flex, on love à fond, moi ni la flemme, moi qu'à dire moi fort. On peut pas empêcher moi, demandez-moi, et si vous aimez moi, peut pas empêcher moi, dis-moi, c'est là qu'a doué, moi, mais si on travaille en collègue, on joue quelque bon écloué, moi, préféré jouer, moi. Il faut nous t'es plus qui des amis, passe, on est love moi bas, on est tendresse.